Welcome back to Picks and Gravy, week 17. That's right, 17 weeks in here on this wonderful E's and B's YouTube channel. Make sure you guys check us out each and every Friday, wherever you listen to your podcast. Of course, this week we're always presented to you by E's and B's Podcast. That's each and every Friday. Make sure you guys go check us out at easeandbees.org for all of our social media outlets where you can find all of our merch and all that cool stuff. We got some new merch coming up here in the spring. Make sure you guys check out the podcast for all that. Coming off of last week, a solid 63-31. And of course, 3-1 in the gravy locks. That puts us now at a lifetime 603-360. That's right, 603 wins to 360 after 16 weeks. And in the gravy locks, we are at a 46-18. That's right. So good stuff. Very small college basketball, as you know, in the conference championship weekend. So just a few games here on Saturday. We do not have Sundays yet because we have to wait and see how things work out. We'll have, of course, NBA, XFL, World Classic, NHL, and NASCAR. So let's get things started off in the college basketball world. How about UMass versus Vermont? We're going to take UMass. We got Cornell versus Yale. Pretty good there. We'll take Yale in that one. St. Louis versus VCU. We'll take VCU. Penn versus Princeton. We're going to take Princeton. Fordham will be taking on Dayton. We'll take Dayton. Norfolk State will be taking on Howard. We got Norfolk State in that one. Missouri will be taking on Alabama. We'll take Alabama in that one. Ohio State, they're going to be going up against the old Pursuck Boilermakers. Unfortunately, I think we're going to have round 3 of my Hoosiers and Pursuck coming up tomorrow. So we're going to take Pursuck in that one. Cincinnati will be taking the number 1 Houston Cougars. We'll take Houston in that one. Vanderbilt taking on Texas A&M. We'll take Vanderbilt. Penn State in my you already know who we got there. IU in that one. Texas Southern, they're going to be taking on Grambling State, a team I think you should keep your eyes on coming up here next week in March Madness. I'm taking Grambling State. Tulane's got Memphis. We'll take Memphis in that one. Texas in Kansas. That's going to be a big battle there for their conference championship. We'll take Kansas in this one. How about the Mountain West? It's going to be Utah State and San Diego State. We'll take Utah State in that one. I actually got to see San Diego State live, and Utah State is very solid as well, but I think Utah will pull that one out. Xavier versus Marquette. We'll take Marquette. Kent State versus Toledo. We'll take Kent State in that one. Marist, they'll be taking on Iona. We know Iona, a good March Madness team. We'll take them. UAB, they've got Florida Atlantic. We'll take Florida Atlantic. Puke, they're going to be taking on Virginia for their championship. We'll take Virginia in that one. Cal State Fulton, they'll be taking on UC Santa Barbara. We'll take UC Santa Barbara as they've been pretty hot here recent. Arizona versus UCLA. And that is our gravy lock of the college basketball weekend. It's going to be UCLA knocking off Arizona for the championship there. And the last college game of Saturday this weekend is going to be Grand Canyon taking on Southern Utah. We're going to take Grand Canyon in that one. Once again, folks, UCLA over Arizona is our gravy lock. Like I said, we do not have Sunday's picks due to they are not all completed. So we'll pass on that, and we'll get back to hopefully changing things up next week. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit different for college basketball moving forward as it's dancing time. So we'll be talking about that next week here on Picks and Gravy. Make sure you guys are checking us out each and every Saturday. Hit that subscribe button right down below there, that bell, whatever you need to do. We come to you live each Saturday morning, giving you our picks and, of course, our gravy locks in each category. And, of course, we are presented to you by E's and B's Podcast each and every Friday, wherever you listen to your podcast at, the best breakfast wrestling and sports podcast on your Fridays. Keeping things going. Let's stay on the court. Go to the NBA. We got the Knicks at the Clippers. We got the Clippers. Jazz at the Hornets. We'll take the Jazz. My Pacers, they'll be rolling to the Pistons. We got the Pacers. Heat at the Magic. I'm going to go with the Magic on that one. Celtics, they'll be traveling to Atlanta. We'll take the Celtics in that one. The Bulls at the Rockets. We got the Bulls. Mavericks at the Grizzlies. We'll take the Mavericks in that one. The Bucks at the Warriors. We've got the Warriors. That's going to be a good game, televised on TV. We talked about it yesterday on the podcast. Thunder at the Pelicans. We'll take the Thunder. We've got the Kings at the Suns, and that is going to be our gravy lock of the weekend. We're going to take the Phoenix Suns over the Sacramento Kings. Sorry, that should be a good game there. Even though we know Durant going down for a couple weeks, should be no change there. All right, turn the page. Let's go to Sunday for those games. How about the Nets at our Denver Nuggets? That's right, the Western leading Denver Nuggets, that is. We're going to take the Nuggets in that one. The Cavs at the Hornets. We'll take the Cavs. Wizards at the 76ers. We've got the Wizards. Trailblazers at the Pelicans. We'll take the Trailblazers. Thunder at the Spurs. We'll take the Thunder. How about the Knicks and the Lakers? We'll take the New York Knicks in an upset, and that's the last NBA game of the weekend. All right, let's change things up. Go from the court to the gridiron. That's right, XFL. 4 games this weekend, starting today. 2 games tomorrow. How about the first one? Houston Renegades. They're on fire, undefeated right now. They'll be traveling to the struggling Orlando Guardians. We're going to take Wade Phillips's Houston Roughnecks in that one. All right, how about San Antonio? They'll be traveling to they're 1-2, but they're the most talked team because they have the leading passer, rusher, and receiver. That's right, it's the Seattle Sea Dragons, and that is going to be our gravy lock of the XFL weekend here. We're going to take the Sea Dragons, getting that record flip-flop back around at 500 at 2-2, and they'll get the win over Hines Ward, San Antonio, Bahamas. All right, how about Sunday's games? It'll be Arlington traveling to the Battlehawks. That's right, St. Louis. We'll take St. Louis in that one. And the last XFL game of the weekend, it will be the undefeated DC Defenders. Well, they'll be at home taking on the struggling, and it's my team, Vegas Vipers. Now, I know you should think I'd go with my squad, but I just don't see them beating this DC squad. They're pretty solid, so we'll take DC in that one. Once again, our gravy lock for the XFL weekend, we're taking the Seattle Sea Dragons over the San Antonio Bahamas. Let's switch it up and move to the ice. Just a couple more things here before we wrap things up. How about here on the ice? It's going to be Detroit at Boston, and that is going to be our NHL gravy lock of the weekend right out the gate here. We're going to take the Boston Bruins over the Detroit Red Wings. All right, then we got Philadelphia at Pittsburgh. We'll take Pittsburgh. The Rangers at Buffalo. We'll take Rangers. Arizona at our Avs. We're going to take the Avs. Chicago at Tampa Bay. We'll take Tampa Bay. The Oilers at the Maple Leafs. We'll take the Oilers. New Jersey at Montreal. We'll take New Jersey. The Blues at the Blue Jackets. We'll take the Blues. Vegas at Carolina. We'll take Carolina. Winnipeg at Florida. We've got Winnipeg. Washington at the Islanders. We'll take the Islanders. Dallas at the Kraken. We'll take the Kraken. Ottawa at Vancouver. We'll take Ottawa. Nashville at Los Angeles. That's the last game for today, and we'll take Los Angeles. Flip the page, go to tomorrow, Sunday here. Boston now traveling back to Detroit. Back-to-back games for those guys. I'm going to roll with Boston on both those. How about the Rangers at the Penguins as well? We'll take the Penguins. Vegas at the Blues. We'll take the Blues. Carolina at New Jersey. We'll take New Jersey. Winnipeg at Tampa Bay. We'll take the Lightning. Ottawa at Calgary. We'll take Calgary in that one. Minnesota at Arizona. We'll take Minnesota. And the last NHL game of the weekend is Nashville at Anaheim. We will take Anaheim in that one. Once again, our NHL gravy lock of the weekend will be Boston over Detroit there on Saturday. All right, turn the page. Let's speed it up. Let's talk about NASCAR. That's right, one of my favorite things, racing. And this weekend, they are in Phoenix. That's right, wrapping up the West Coast Tour. And there's 2 races to talk about. The Xfinity race going down today. And, of course, tomorrow, the Cup race. I have not hit gold on picking these races yet. This weekend, I'm going to gamble again, making his debut in the 10 car today in the Xfinity race. I'm rolling with Mr. Rowdy. That's right, Kyle Busch today in the Xfinity race. And let's fast forward to tomorrow. Possibly the guy that had a chance last weekend to win and has been pretty hot, like the Chevys have been all season so far. I'm rolling with, that's right, the money man, number 5, Kyle Larson tomorrow there in Phoenix. So once again, Kyle Busch today and Kyle Larson tomorrow. That's my picks. All right, the last thing I got for you here on Picks and Gravy, presented to you by Eases and Bees Podcast. Make sure you guys check us out each and every Friday, wherever you listen to your podcast at. We got some cool guests coming up very, very soon. Actually, some people you might watch right here on YouTube. Some very, very cool people. You do not want to miss that. So check us out each and every Friday. And make sure you tell everybody about Picks and Gravy right here on YouTube. That's presented to you by Ease and Bees Podcast on Saturdays live. So make sure you spread the word, pass the gravy, everything you need to do to get those numbers up. We're trying to help you out, bring you some better content. And coming up soon, maybe you out there can be a guest picker right here and pick against me and see how you can do. All right, last thing here, like I said, World Classic Baseball kicking off here just a couple days ago. We're going to talk about today's games. That's going to be going on. How about Czech Republic versus Japan? We're going to roll with Japan. Netherlands, they'll be taking on the Chinese Taipei. We're going to take Chinese Taipei in that one. How about Nicaragua? They'll be taking on Puerto Rico. We'll roll with Puerto Rico, a team to keep your eye on. Colombia, they'll be playing Mexico. They're obviously in our bracket. We'll take Mexico in that one. Dominican Republic, they'll be taking on Venezuela. We'll take Venezuela in that one. And then the gravy lock game of the World Classic Saturday here is going to be none other than Great Britain taking on our United States of America squad. And, of course, you know I'm rolling with USA. You'd be crazy not to. And last game of the World Classic this weekend here on Saturday is going to be the Czech Republic taking on Cuba. We're going to roll with Cuba in that one. So, once again, our gravy lock for the World Classic there will be USA over Great Britain. Once again, all my gravy locks. Boston Bruins in the NHL side over Detroit. We've got the Seattle Sea Dragons over San Antonio Brahmas in XFL. The Phoenix Suns beating the Sacramento Kings there. And the college basketball, last one's going to be UCLA over Arizona today. Like I said, check us out each and every Saturday wherever you get your YouTube at there. Follow us for the podcast on Friday. And as always, you know the drill. Make sure you eat your breakfast. Let's go, Hoosiers. Peace. Have a great weekend. We love you.